Probably clicked on this video because you want to get into crochet, and so I'll be talking about tips, materials, and things you need to know before you get into crochet, before you waste your money on unnecessary things. And so let's get into this video. From the words when you said, hey, it's about you, baby. Look deeper inside you. And so the first things that you're gonna need in materials are hooks. So I got like a couple of sizes of hooks. If you didn't know, there are sizes of hooks. And so like the ones that I could recommend as a beginner is because like for each and every hook, you can do like a different project. And for each and every hook, there is like different sizes like of yarn you can use apparently. And so when you're getting crochet, like it's something that you might get into and might not like, get into and fall in love with it. And so I could recommend just buying at least even 1 or 2 or 3 hooks when you're starting off, instead of buying the whole entire case of everything, because there are cases of crochet materials that you might not end up using. And so I don't want you to waste your money and, you know, not end up doing anything, because it is frustrating when you're starting off. And so there is a 4-point, this is where you check the sizes of the hooks. And then, so these are the recommended hooks I would, you know, recommend for a beginner, somebody who's like starting to get into crochet. It's a 4.4 millimeter, 4.5, and a 5 millimeter hook size. And so there are 2 types. There's different types of hooks as well. There is this aluminium, I hope it's aluminium, there is the rubber ones, there is the wooden ones, and for me, I started with these aluminium ones, and so like I'm used to them. If I use a different type of hook, it strains my hands because I'm so used to this. So when you're getting into crochet, do a lot of research on which one you think you like, because at the end of the day, you're still gonna crochet the same thing as long as you have the same millimeters, even if you have it in different types. And so these are the 3 ones I recommend. And the colors, don't worry, like if you like it doesn't have like the millimeters on it, just know when you get this green one, it's usually the 4, and if you get this color, it's usually 4.5. The blue one comes in 7 and 5. And so like you can just tell by the color as well. So even if like people in tutorials, mainly if they haven't told you what hook size they're using, you can just look up the colors and then you can know which one is which. So easy, just like that. And so there's also types of yarn, of cotton, that you can use. I started off with this. This is acrylic. So when they say I'm using acrylic, this is the thin acrylic yarn. This is weight 4, I don't know. Yeah, so this is acrylic yarn. It has their disadvantages and advantages of acrylic. Acrylic stretches over time. What I've made is in acrylic, and also when you wash it, like it stretches, like, you know. So this one, if you want something that when you wear, like you want it to like stretch out or grow, acrylic is good, and it is cheap too. And it might be thin, so I usually double acrylic yarn. And then even this is also acrylic yarn as well. And then there's this milk yarn. This is the softer type of yarn compared to this acrylic one. This one doesn't really stretch like it does maybe when you block it, like when you like put it in water and then you let it like pull down a bit. But this one is very good for wearables, like when like clothes, like if you want to make swimming suits, like you want to make clothes that you don't want to like overly stretch over time, or when you wash you don't want it to like look different, or like, you know, this is the best yarn to use. And then there's also this fluffy yarn. This fluffy yarn, I usually use it for my hats, like when I make like ruffle hats, and then I put it on the side. These can also be used to make amigurumi if you want to make pretty much like so. But for this one, it's really fluffy. If you can see, this material is really nice, but it is more expensive compared to these type of yarn, and it's limited to the things you can make as well. So yeah, mind that. So other like accessories that you're gonna need when you're crocheting is especially when you're starting off, is these stick markers. I don't know if you can see them. These stick markers. So you're gonna use this to like when you're crocheting. Like, let me give you guys a physical example. Okay, this project I'm working on, right? Like, you see where it is? This holds my yarn from undoing itself. Whenever I'm crocheting, you can use it to mark your project, where you left off, where you started. It's very helpful and it helps you out, especially when you're starting off, because you can't really know where to start from sometimes. It's not even showing. Like, sometimes it's hard for you to tell where you started off, where you ended off, which hook, which stitch to put your hook in. Yeah, which stitch to like put your hook in. Because sometimes, especially as a beginner, you might not have straight lines. You might not have straight lines. And so like, there's this video that really helped me out by Crochet with Sky. I think so. It really helped me out. Put it here. It really helped me out to make like really straight lines, because sometimes you find that it's like bending and it's like, you've added, decreased, all of those. You're gonna need these types of needles. They're metal ones. I don't know if they have metal ones in here. Yeah. There are these metal ones and these plastic ones. So this is what you're gonna use to like stitch your projects together. Like this project, I had to like stitch. You can't tell because of the way I stitched it, but like, you had to stitch all of these squares together. And so you can either get plastic ones or metal ones. There's no difference, honestly. It's really what you prefer, you want. And make sure, like, whenever you're using these stuff, that you keep them very well, because I lose them all the time. I literally had to buy like a whole packet of them, so that every time I lose them, I'm not like stressing out. So yeah, I think for the materials, that's pretty much it. And the scissors, you also need a scissors or something to cut with. That's basically it. When you're starting off, that's basically it. That's the only thing I actually use. I just buy cotton, like, once you have the hook, that's it. If you like start off, like you started maybe using a 4, right? And you're very good and you think, okay, I really love crochet, you can go ahead and buy the whole set of hooks. I got mine on Shein, but you can also get them on Amazon. Even in town they sell these, like the whole entire set. I think they run from like 200 going down. I don't think they're more than, you can't find more than 200 unless 250. Yeah, they're very, and the thing is that when you start with this, that's it. You just need to buy once. That's it. Unless you lose them, unless you're careless. That's a different situation. But yeah, I've been rocking with these for more than a year now, and that's impressive. Like, I've been rocking with them for more than a year, and I don't need any more of them. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, you also need measuring tape, because there are different types of measuring tapes. You're gonna need measuring tape because sometimes you need to like measure yourself for you to make the tops and all the other stuff. And then the type of stitches you also need to know when you're starting off is how to slip stitch, how to make a magic ring for the hats, double stitch, single stitch, half stitches. Those are the main 5 stitches you need to know when you're starting. Then the rest are just mixtures of these 5. So that's it. Once you just watch a video on how you slip stitch, on how to, sometimes you'll be like, okay, I've been doing this for such a long time. I've been trying, I've been failing. My mom has been trying to teach me. My auntie's been trying to teach me. I have been there too. I remember I think I was like around 12 or 13, and I was trying to learn, and it was so hard for me. But sometimes it's harder for someone to teach you than you seeing it for yourself on a video, so that you can slow down, go back where you don't understand, and you can just ask them whenever you're stuck on something. Be like, okay, like your mom or your auntie, whatever. Funny thing, my mom knows how to crochet, my auntie knows how to crochet. I started recently learning how to crochet, and I found out that my mom crocheted after I started crocheting. And she was like, wait, it's been long. And then she crocheted these bucket hats that I always wear. And so, like, I finally learned how to, because I had to, like, first of all, when you're starting off, it's going to be a very slow process. Choose something that's less repetitive, and try to choose something that, like, how can I say this? Something that you really, really want to make, but not a very big project. Like scrunchies. Scrunchies are like the most, I think they're the easiest thing to start off. I told my best friend to start with scrunchies, and she did a great job on her like second try. And they're very cute. You can wear them anywhere. You can see less mistakes. Once you get a hang of the double stitch in there, you can now go to tops and other things. There are a lot of different tutorials online on how to show you, but this was just like a short video to, like, if you just don't know where to start from, this is the video for you, honestly, because you get to know all the materials you need. Because I remember when I started off, I would like see a lot of things and I didn't know like what to buy, what not to buy, and I started off buying the whole entire set. So like if I gave up again, it would have been a waste of my money, firstly. I also started with acrylic because I didn't know what other type, and this one gave me a hard time when starting how to crochet. I like made a lot of mistakes, but then this one is very soft as well. This one is a bit rough, but this one is a bit soft for me. So like every time I'm like crocheting, it was easier, it's softer, it less, and then this acrylic as well, for this type of pattern, it is very good because it's I made it very big, and just like the way the pattern puts like holds it in a way that it makes it feel soft against your body instead of it being rough like when you use like one thread of this. And so yeah, that's all. That's my cheat code into crocheting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more videos like this. Love you guys. Bye.
We've been waiting for so long.